Good afternoon and welcome to the Public Service Commission. We are back to continue with the proceeding in docket number 2022-89E. This docket concerns the petition filed by Duke Energy Progress LLC seeking a storm securitization financing order. Let's take a roll call of commissioners. With us virtually, we have Commissioner Irvin. Present in the hearing room, we have Commissioner Justin Williams, Vice Chair Powers, Commissioner Thomas, Commissioner Carol Lee Williams, Commissioner Caston, and Chair Belser. This morning, we recessed to provide the commissioners, with an opportunity to review a stipulation that was submitted over the evening. And we are back now with the parties. Everybody's represented. What matters? We have some matters to take up. Who's going to speak first? Mr. Cooper is recognized.
Thank you, members of the commission. We understand you all took a break to review the proposed partial stipulation that was filed late last night, and we appreciate you taking the time to review that partial stipulation because the parties utilize that time to continue our discussions and to continue talking through the remaining issues. During the period where you all were reviewing the partial stipulation, the parties, through a lot of hard work, have reached a compromise and a stipulation that would be a global or comprehensive stipulation that we intend to, we need a little bit of time to paper this, but we intend to file it with the commission in time for you all to have it to review this global stipulation. And prior to, I believe we have time scheduled on Monday to come back. And so we would like to have that time to paper the global stipulation, file it with the commission in order for the commission to have time to review it prior to coming back into session on Monday.
Okay. And the global or comprehensive stipulation encompasses, you say, all issues, including any outstanding motions?
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. And it's just a matter of scheduling. Parties, I understand and recognize you will need time to reduce the agreement or stipulation to writing. Could I ask that parties use best effort to try to file something by, say, 1 o'clock on Friday? If additional time is needed, you can notify the commission. If that, just the stipulation, even if you don't have, I assume y'all may be doing settlement testimony or stipulation testimony as well?
We do.
Okay, even if we don't have the testimony ready by Friday, would it be possible that the commissioners could at least begin review to have the document, if possible? Now, if
I think that the Duke agrees to that, and then looking at the head nodding, I think all the other parties are in agreement with that as well. Thank you.
Just with the understand, I just ask y'all use best efforts, and with the understanding if additional time may be needed, just notify staff counsel and the clerk how y'all normally communicate, so everybody's notified, parties and commission. With regard to witnesses, I presume, and I know that can sometimes be a little dangerous, that as with prior stipulations and settlements, that all pre-file testimony will be admitted and exhibits will be admitted to the record subject to the settlement testimony or not, or subject to the stipulation.
I think it would be, give me 1 second. I think that's correct, but let me just confirm. So that is correct. Subject to the stipulation, that the stipulation would address the
certain motions.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we would make witnesses available to address and answer questions on the comprehensive settlement.
And the reason I'm asking is I know that I've spent a lot of time, and I'm aware of the other commissioners have spent a lot of time studying, and they everybody's been working hard to understand what's going on, and we may have some questions about aspects, and I can just my review of the stipulation that was filed last night. I have questions on those issues, so just want to make sure that there's a record to support those, and that there will be live witnesses, either in person or virtually, that can help explain the terms.
And that's the intention of all parties as well.
I feel sure. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page with everything, because this is a first time we've had a case under this, and it is a complicated statute, and we just want to make sure that we fulfill our duties under the statute. Y'all worked very hard to do y'all's part. Now it's up to us to do ours. So just want to make sure on that. Is there anything else? Any commissioners have questions? Commissioner Justin Williams.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Attorney Cooper, parties, thank you for your hard work. I just want to make sure that mentally I'm prepared to receive what you all plan to file, whether it's Friday or Monday. I understand that the matter is settled 100%, and that you're going to present that to us all or nothing for us to make a decision on that. So to the extent that a commissioner has a question about something that's not in the settlement, you all are not going to be prepared. Well, let me ask, will you be prepared to answer a question like that if it's not in support of the settlement?
Commissioner, if you could just give me 1 second just to confirm. Commissioner Williams, from the company's perspective, we plan to have all of our witnesses present. And so while they will, we may have certain witnesses that file testimony supporting the global settlement, all witnesses will be available and available to answer commission questions. So beyond the stipulation.
Is that just for are the company witnesses the only witnesses that plan to?
Madam Chair, I can speak for ORS. We will have, we plan to file stipulation testimony. We will have our witnesses available, though. We did make a request as to one of our witnesses, Michael Seaman Wynn, to stipulate his testimony in. He had a family emergency rise this week, and to the extent we get a ruling on that ahead of the hearing, we'd appreciate it. He filed direct in one exhibit. He did not file surrebuttal, but we do plan to have our witnesses here and available to the extent there are questions about their testimony. I think settlements typically do contain provisions that parties support approval of them, but we do plan to have our witnesses present if there's questions about their testimony.
Remind me before we leave, and you'll get a ruling on that request.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
And Commissioner Williams, just on behalf of the Department of Consumer Affairs, our witness, Mr. Rothschild, I think it's saying too much. We'll be submitting settlement testimony, and he'll be available for questioning as well.
All right. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, parties.
Thank you. Commissioner Carolee Williams, did you have a question? I'm sorry. No, we'll do that in a minute.
This is just a detail related to Monday. What time would you like for us to reconvene? If we get the stipulation on Friday, I think could be ready to start at 10. If we don't get it, on Friday, we may need to start a little later.
I think from the Duke's perspective, we anticipate providing the stipulation to you in the timing that you suggested, and starting early on Monday morning.
Then we will start at 10 a.m. on a Monday. I usually do a little later on Monday to afford people that are coming in from out of town a little extra leeway. So, anything else, commissioners? Now, thank you, Mr. Cooper. Mr. Huber, ORS, had filed a request that the pre-file testimony of witness Michael Seaman Wynn be admitted without his appearance due to a family emergency. Does any party object? Hearing no objection, we will accept, on Monday, we will accept Mr. Seaman Wynn's pre-file testimony into the record without him appearing.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and we'll be glad to prepare a verification to file as
Thank
well.
you. Appreciate that. Any other party have anything to add before we adjourn today? Well, we look forward to seeing y'all Monday. We look forward to seeing some documentation on Friday. And with that, we will recess until Monday at 10 a.m. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good afternoon and a good rest of the week.